Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we're back with SDF Macross, Episode 8. We've just left Mars, or I assume we just left Mars. I guess we're also being ping-ponged around the solar system, wherever they want us to be. I would assume that we'd be going to the asteroid belt next, because also doing a space thing, one, we never consider the fact that space is three-dimensional and we can just go up and over a thing. And two, this is probably of the era where this asteroid belt is going to be super packed with asteroids, and not realistically, you know, you could probably just shoot right through it and not hit a thing.
Well, they were in Saturn, but they did skip Jupiter.
Yeah, I don't know why my voice is cracking so much today. It's probably because I've been drinking very limited amounts of water, so I'm just breaking.
You should hydrate, yeah.
Well, I've got a big doctor's appointment tomorrow, so.
Yeah, I mean they skipped 1, 2, 3 planets already. Uranus, insert joke, Neptune, and Jupiter. So they haven't actually been going from one planet to the next.
Right. It just seems to me that they're dragging their feet on getting back to Earth. Because I was going to think this is either going to be a really cool, long-term, this is from Pluto to Earth, like, long trek. Like, we're not going to get back to Earth until, like, the end of the series. But no, we're like 3 episodes there, and we're almost to Earth. We couldn't be closer to Earth, in fact, than being at Earth. Oh, what I said? Why did I say astro? Voice, come on, there. That sound like I'm going through puberty. Uh, I don't know why I said the asteroid, but we were at Mars. As you
It's
already
already
pointed
past
out,
that.
yeah, we've been going backwards. I don't know what the hell. I think I've been ruined by too much Gundam earlier hunt, in fact, where the asteroid belt just fucking up Curious in every battle. We're
Just
at
because.
Yeah, we're at Venus, the asteroid belt. we're at Neptune, asteroid belt. It's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? We had one animation background for every battle scene, and that was it. So yeah, I mean, I guess Earth should be it, or the moon, or I guess getting ping-ponged away from Earth again by constant attacks. I don't know. It's just the idea that I kind of expected this to be the Star Trek Voyager Macross thing of
Yeah.
behold our long trip back as we're going to have to deal with problems with from within, or not like Cylons or anything, but just like the civilians are having a problem. There's not enough food because we covered that almost. They're giving out these rations. Well, what if we're like the first restaurant to open up? Okay, we don't have to worry about food anymore.
Yeah.
Why were we rationing in the first place? I don't even know. I don't know. It feels like there was a lot left on the table that got introduced as a concept or a problem that could be solved, and we just left it behind. I like
I think
almost
they're
like somebody had an idea at the start of the show, and they're like, "Cool, let's do that." And then somebody said, "I have a cooler idea." Well, we just set up all this stuff. Let's just get through it really quick, and then we'll do my idea.
yeah. I mean that's TV production for you. And also I think that what they narrow it down is Hikaru and his personal problems on one side, and the aliens attacking and messing with the Macross on the other. Keep it simple, stupid, right? Everything else is at best a background element that we, I guess, got to deal with.
When did the original Battlestar Galactica come out?
In 1970s, I think 78,
So
79.
before
I
this.
remember. Yeah, before this.
Again, I feel like it's the same story that I was hoping that we were going to get. That Macross gets well, obviously not the same story, but Macross gets transported out there, and then it has to make its way back home, and it knows where the Earth is, obviously, but it has to go through this large enemy force of aliens. Let's just call them Cylons for point of example. And they're being chased by the aliens. It just felt like it was a good setup, and I feel like an anime could pull it off better than actual OG Battlestar Galactica could have, or actually did, for that matter. I don't know, slight amount of disappointment in that, I guess. But again, I can't blame the show because the show is written. This show, God, I keep forgetting. 84.
83, 84, yeah.
So it came out. It's as old as I am. 84 was the year I was born. So I can't blame the show for not living up to an expectation that was literally born before I had thought. So
Yeah.
At the same point, I'm kind of sad that I'm not getting the thing, only because I can never get the thing now. But then again, I don't know what's to come. The show has, what, 46 episodes?
Yeah, about that.
Any other thoughts?
No, I'm looking forward to this episode. See how again. I think we're alternating between action with the enemy and all that, and then Hikaru's personal life and some other characters. Although I did like the Hayase Misa development. We don't get a lot of specifics about her relationship with Riber, but yeah,
If you had to put a
it's
clock on it, how long in like actual screen time do you think we got on their backstory?
no more than 5 minutes.
A whole 5 minutes. That
Yeah,
is like 100 times more than we got on Shin's backstory.
yeah, probably less.
Shin's backstory was under 10 seconds, I will feel like.
Yeah.
The amount of times we saw the gray, or sepia tone, rather, people charging into his house, shooting people, guy falls off of window, Shin is underneath bed. Less than 10 seconds. So
At most.
her backstory, despite the fact literally nothing other than they had a relationship was shown to us, 100 times more detailed than we got with Shin.
Yeah. I mean, there's just one conversation. He does mention that her father pulled some strings because he, even though he's in the military, didn't want to fight. I mean,
Yeah, I remember the "don't tell my dad" thing, which I guess could indicate that we might meet her dad at some point.
perhaps.
However, that happened during the Unification War, which could entirely imply that he's dead, or he was a member of the crew of the Armored 1 or 2, which I don't know. They did get a Jesus resurrection once, so it's entirely possible we're going to get back to Earth and we're going to reconvene
Again.
with the Armored 1 and 2 again.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can't
they
wait.
have more ships, so it's a
Yeah,
overclass, probably.
one, either can't wait for that to be a running joke that the Armored 1 and 2 just keep reappearing, or two, that the naming convention of this new United Nations is so thin that they only have the one name for ships.
Yeah.
Alright, well, is that it for you then? Alright, well, since we've recorded these episodes 3 in a row now, I've obviously had no chance to take any notes. And I'm going to be hard pressed now with my new recording schedule to go back over these, especially when I get a thing tomorrow morning. It's a lot. Anyway, I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best. I'm dedicated. Alright, so I think we should just go ahead and get into it. But before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra. Get ready for that macro sky. Aboard the Macross.
Kudos.
I just think it's the weirdest description of a sky. That macro sky. It's a good theme song. I just don't like it. I don't know what to say about it. It doesn't have anything that sticks with me other than the name. Drop this part. But I'll be fair though, a lot of songs of the 70s and 80s anime openings, none of them really stick with me other than, say, the guitar drop of Magic Knight Rayearth. Voltace 5 has a xylophone beat that opens and starts it, which I started finding funny, but then I was like, this is the best part of the song.
It doesn't have, for example, this is supposed to be a little more somber music. It doesn't have that sort of very chippy music that we started seeing in the 90s anime. It was like, oh, girls singing and all that. This is very happy. And then, episode opens. The main character's parents are dead. And he's crying over them, right?
Well, it's a thing that I've said in a number of shows, obviously not with you around. It's emotional resonance that gets me attached to things.
Yeah.
And there's nothing about this song that makes me think about any specific character.
Yeah.
Or even Hikaru was in it. He's in the opening, and I'm like, could care less, really.
Yeah.
I'm glad the narrator waited me for stop talking before I went.
しかし敵ゼントラーディの艦隊はマクロスのポジションを捕捉し行く手を阻んだ。マクロスは度重なる攻撃を退けつつ火星軌道
Also kind of funny that they fire off projectile weapons in space but don't get pushed back by it. For that matter, the energy released by the Macross firing, you think should project it backwards, right back to Pluto.
Yeah. Also, they're reusing a lot of footage there.
They do it a lot.
Notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess I've just been watching so much old anime now that I'm just like, it's the thing they did.
そうはさせん。母性を目の前にして帰れんとなったら連中どう動くか。焦りますでしょうな。ただ心配なのはカムジン・クラウシラですな。
Oh, you asked for his ass so as reinforcement. That's what you got. Now you're worried about him?
Well, I mean, they were unhappy with him the moment he showed up. You crashed into 4 ships.
今日は民名の誕生日か。女の子って何プレゼントすりゃ喜ぶのかな。
アテンション。これから読み上げるものは統合作戦司令部まで出頭せよ。ジャスティン・ボーグナイン少尉、滝・ロスマン少尉。
There's your communications.
ルー中尉。
関係ない。
Well, I said a phone. This is like...
一条光軍曹。
なんだろ
This is like talking to everybody at once.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be like satisfied with these...
総訓練なんだよ。
What do you call them again?
敵と遭遇するってわけだ。
Battlepods.
Yeah, I keep on calling them juggernauts. I don't know why. Juggernauts are the mechs from '86. Now I remember.
てめえの部隊おとり役だ。
I'd be more concerned or less concerned if these things could even take a hit. Like one shot and they're
Yeah.
down. They're not even armored. You should literally be wearing a spacesuit inside of one.
Oh, well, he's supposed to be wearing a spacesuit, but for some reason in this episode they forgot about it.
Actually, never mind. I just remember that last guy.
Mhm.
The one he shot down on Mars. Literally, he crashes and his spacesuit's cracked wide open. So clearly they didn't even do anything either.
揃ったようだね。では始める。ここに集まってもらった
He's the shortest.
火星での戦闘以来目覚ましい戦績を上げた者たちである。その功績によってここに
He's also the only one with eyes.
を授けるものとする。
名前を呼ばれた者から前に進み出るように。ジャスティン・ボーグナイン少尉。
You also got to figure in the course of what, 3 episodes? 4 episodes? He's acquired quite a kill count.
Of course he's proud of it.
ちょっと俺の部屋に来い。
Sure, I mean, I guess he could show off now. He's got something that makes him stand out against all the other officers that are
なんすか先輩
hitting on Min-Mei.
まあ座れ。ほう。階級将だ。お前は今日から少尉だ。お。その勲章と付け替えろ。見せびらかして歩くもんじゃない。はい。それから部下もつけてやる。
I don't think that's where the ranking scene is supposed to go. It's supposed to go on your shoulder boards or your shoulder. But yeah.
Well, it depends. God, you want to give me epilepsy? What's going on here?
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think you're supposed to go like here on their neck somewhere. Like with your pips, right?
Yeah. Well, that's Star Trek, definitely.
なんすかこれ。
Well, I mean, also,
ひよっこじゃないですか。
I can't think. I've seen it in other things, I just can't think of them. I was so thrown off by whatever was going on there on screen.
体調心得もな。そこは俺の手製だ。よく勉強しとけ。来たか。入れ。お邪魔します。君たちの小隊長となる一条少尉だ。チタニウム賞を取った猛者だ。一条、可愛がってやれ。
Can't wait till this guy powers up and goes blonde. It's too prideful, though. One of these days he'll get over that pride. When he marries a blue-haired chick. Not this one, though. I know it's not a woman. I'm just making the Vegeta joke.
Yeah.
あ、よろしくな。
はい。
先輩、俺ちょっと行かなきゃなんないようが。
あ、そうか。俺も後から行く。
失礼します。
隊長。
ん？
我々もお供させていただいてよろしいでしょうか。
民名に俺が偉くなったところ見せるのもいいな。よし。
He's always about impressing me, man.
さあ、行きましょう。
I don't know. Problem I'd have here is that one of these guys looks like more of a main character than the rest. I'd be the guy wearing sunglasses and has a different hair color.
やれやれ、メダカみたいに群れ集まってまるで女学生だ。
ありがとう。
I'm very military of them.
何よこれ。何？一条光が正体リーダーってどういうわけ？
察するに火星であなたを助けたことなんかで昇進したんじゃないの？
Oh, that thing I didn't want him to do.
あんなひよこが小隊長なんて。世も末だわ。
I guess since she comes from a military family, that's what's different for her.
Yeah.
ほら、ここ開店したばかりなんですよ、この店。早く。
The
This
black cat.
This is the guy you want to bring to your girl's birthday.
違うんですか？待ってくださいよ。隊長！
君はああいうところはめっぽう詳しいようだね。
もちろん、軍人になるとモテるからね。
あのな、そういうことは一度ぐらい出撃してからにするもんだぞ。
もちろんであります。自分も早く出撃したいと思っております。
There you go. Quick reminder that people died.
ああはなりたくありませんね。
何この俺がいれば絶対大丈夫だよ。
まあ気を抜かないことだ。しっかり俺についてこい。
はい隊長。
いい心がけだ。
They're going a real cross-eyed this episode.
Yeah.
You know, because Misa's looking up doing that. He's looking up doing that.
Yeah, all right. The animation is not that
遅
consistent.
かったじゃない。
民名。
どう光る？
いや、これは素晴らしい。
何？この人。
あ、紹介するよ。俺の部下の
柿崎伍長であります。
部下って光る。
そう。俺昇進したんだ。
へえ。
それからこっちがジーナス伍長。
マクシミリアン・ジーナスです。
わあ、ハンサム。
こちらこそ。
What I say,
こんな美しい。
still looks more like a main character than you do, Carlo.
あ、上手ね。
Yes.
マクシミリアン。
マックスと呼んでください。
And his name is literally Max Genius. You might not appreciate it, but there's a character in Mushoku Tensei that's called Genius Half-Ass.
光る。
Oh.
誕生日おめでと
ああ、忘れたんでしょう。
う。忘れてなんかないよ。たださ、
I just didn't bring you anything.
仕事から直接来ちゃったからまだ部屋にあるんだよ。後でね。
民名ちゃん、あんまりヒカルちゃんいじめたらかわいそうやで。
町会長さん、ヒカルちゃんって。俺今度
They look like Carol.
それより民名ちゃん。
At least until you tell us all what your name is.
プロ裸足や
Yeah. He's Mr. Mayor.
歌ってよ。プレゼントの代わりに。
Look, with a Captain Global, I'm not above assuming this guy's last name is Mayor. That he just lucked into the job that fit his
あ
name.
りまして私が。
うわあ、素敵。
ヒカちゃん、うかうかしてると民名ちゃん取られてしまうで。なあヒカルちゃん、ほれ。
変ね。どうかした？何もないじゃない。
そこが
Look,
変
just how long is this doesn't turn into one of those shows or things where he gives her his medal?
強力な
Like, oh, I earned this for you, or some shit like that. Because that is trope heavy.
Yeah.
You know, since it's space, we don't actually have to animate them moving at all. I just want him to add a line. I'll be just in time for Min May's birthday. And grind it up for my soup. You're a giant,
so.
it would fit.
Yeah.
That scene we just saw again.
But I guess they should be able to detect the jamming, right? Unless it's so sophisticated that they just blindside sensors.
That's the
right?
problem with these shows. I brought it up in Gundam too, when they have Minovsky particles, and it's like, yeah, well, even if you can't detect where they are, you should be able to detect the Minovsky particles, which should also indicate where they are. Like, Superman can't see through lead. Well, yeah, but he can spot this giant accumulation of lead, can't he? I think that was a plot point in one of the Superman stories, that Lex Luthor made every building in Metropolis out of lead for some reason.
And they all pile up in the same taxi. That's a big taxi too.
お前初陣なんだろどういう神経してるんだマックスお前大丈夫かはあ緊張しています
Even though I swear we saw him in episode 1. I know you said we didn't at the time, but I swear we saw the back of his head. I mean, in fact, the wiki says we saw the back of his head, which is what I got.
Yeah.
It's
weird because it basically says that they're, you know, he's a rookie. He's just never seen combat before, so.
Yeah. Like I said, when I'm trying to gather up, make sure I don't miss any characters that appeared in an episode. Some of these wikis go like a time scale. First appearance, death on this time block, whatever. That's what I go with. And they say he's in episode 1.
Probably a continuation. Maybe.
Could be. Either way, he's here now. Is the coloration of their jets the same coloration of the bottom of their suits?
Well, basically, yeah.
You saw when they were walking. Well, you saw when they were walking, the shin lines had different colors on them.
Yeah.
And it seems like their jets have different line colors on them too. I guess so, you know, at a distance. It looks like he's coming out of the screen, by the way. Did you see that? The animation of him talking was outwards from where the screen line was. Like his ghost dad or something.
Yeah.
It's fine. They never fire back. We're good.
I mean, they did. They were firing, just poorly. There you go.
Maybe they're honor. Maybe they like honor bound, right? We will never fire first.
That looks like 1 o'clock.
I don't know. I didn't get real perspective. It would have been easier to read on the radar screen where it had their arrows pointed and the other ones coming off the side. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Never mind. I just described 1 o'clock. Because the visual on it looked like they were dead ahead, which would be 12 o'clock. Green hair guy?
Yep. That's what they call him, Genius.
Also, what's his last name?
Yeah.
See, he's fighting like Roy did in Zero. That's good combat music. I've never mentioned this before, but I can't barely hear the actual music being played while I have the headphones on, so I don't really hear it until like the second viewing of the show. There's kind of an ABBA almost theme going on. Sounds like.
Yeah.
そろそろだな。
師団長、ラウドがかかってるあたりが甘くなってるようです。
よーし、俺たちも行くか。親父の鼻を明かして
The
やる。
Ramidon sector.
ラウドも。
That's the thing about having these alien terminology. They have no idea what the heck that means. It might be a real world term or completely made up.
I mean, I'm watching a ton of Crest of the Stars, which has its own alien language that you have to translate. And then you find out it doesn't mean anything, because even translated, it's still alien. I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
撃ちながら追うんだ。
Glad we brought these things back, by the way, from Zero.
ここまで来ればこっちの
The
方が
ship
I mean, the
bound.
Death Striking.
Well, in Zero, remember, they had like little mounts on the ship, too.
格闘戦ならお手のもんだ。やったるで。
Never mind, I was wrong.
なんとか生きております。
マクロスの上じゃやりにくいな。
To be fair, you only have 2 guys to look after.
Yeah, but one of them is an idiot. The other one's a genius.
Yeah, it should make it easy. Technically, I only have 1 guy to look after. The other one clicked himself.
青にさん。
Is that Genius or Hikaru?
やってくれるじゃないか。
Hikaru.
先に動けばやられる。
Hikaru, okay. Yeah, some of their ships seem really battle-worn.
ハム人のやつ案の定だ。塩らしく訓練だとおかしいと思ったわ。
帰らせますか。
当然だ。
意外とうまくいっておるようですが。
ゼントラーディ全軍の規律に関わる。広域ビーム通信用意。
これは派手
And
な。
what rules are that?
通信機が壊れたなどと言い訳はさせん。
広域ビーム通信準備完了。通信内容はいかがいたします。
即時帰還命令だ。拒否するようなら送り返すと言ってやれ。
What was the point?
Well, the point was that he didn't authorize this attack, so he's recalling him just because he can. It's like, no, you're
We're winning.
you're so yeah.
Was it just me or did he seem like that was painful?
Yeah.
どうしてでしょう。もう終わりだと思ったのに。
向こうにも何か
And the humans have the same question. Why are they retreating?
でも救われたな。
Well, glad I chose to be represented by an idiot in the overlay. I can't think if this was Gundam and Char saw this happening, like insubordination leading to victory. Char would let the insubordination happen, win, and then take credit and have that guy punished after the fact. You win first, punish later.
7機も落とせたし。
7機。俺なんかゼロだ。いやー、お前は天才だよ。天才。ね。
ああ、そうだな。あんなやり方波のやつはやらない。
Well, Roy could have.
隊長は
4機。
For sure, Roy could have. It
邪
did.
魔しちゃったから普通ならマックスより多いんでしょ。
さあな。ん？
僕って天才だったのか。
Uh-oh.
そうか、天才なのか。知らなかった。
I feel as either this is the beginning of his bad guy arc, or this is something he's been told since he was a kid, and he's like, that is kind of annoying me.
養生しろよ。
なーにこれ式。では。よし。
ああ、なんで小隊長なんかに選ばれたのかな。命令されるだけの方が。
That's a good question. Well, because he actually did the good thing, by the way.
Or is Roy punishing him in some weird way? Gotta get a gift, but all the shops are closed. Because somehow somebody knows what time of day it is.
点か。
You know how much soda you could sell if your soda machines actually went to people?
I mean, that's the idea, right?
Yeah.
The kid, remember in episode 1, the kid mentioned he wanted soda, and the soda machine went after him.
Yeah.
On the contrary, though, you know how many soda machines would be completely robbed of all the money they had in them if you couldn't figure out where they were?
Or could be lured away to be robbed, yeah.
光は軍人なんだもん。
それでプレゼントなんだけど。
There you go.
まあ、忘れ
Yes.
てくれたのね。ありがとう。
Yeah, that thing I said earlier.
そうなんだ。これがプレゼントさ。
I don't know why they show you the inside of the box when she's about to probably open it and tell you what it is.
I guess in case you think you'd forget. You think your audience is really dumb.
これくれるの？
Yeah.
ありがとう、ヒカル。
誰がいるのかな。
それじゃみんな、誕生日おめでとう。
I don't know, I can't help but think. Obviously, you would think he forgot. Why would he give me a medal?
そして自分がその笑顔を与えたことの方が嬉しかった。今、マクロスの後悔はすでに8ヶ月に及ぼうとしている。
8 months.
So we went from 2 months to 8 months. Another
Yeah.
6-month jump.
マクロス館内テレビ局開局を記念してミスマクロスコンテスト
Because that's what we spend our time on.
民名も候補者の一人である。
Oh, it's the name of the episode I was talking about
ゼント
before.
バーディの偵察機が飛来。ヒカルはコンテストの成り行きを気にしつつ迎撃に飛び立つ。次回超時空要塞マクロスミスマクロス。
I don't know. The shock here is that we've seen her in a or a more revealing swimsuit than that every end credits.
True.
I was
and
saying
the shower scene.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. I was hoping the joke would be that Min-Mei would turn around and be covered in more medals than a Russian admiral.
Because everybody gives their medals.
Yeah.
They forget their birthday, yeah.
Well, because, how much shit could there actually be around here to gift? Well, I guess technically we just did see a jewelry store shop.
Mm.
But the fact that, she's invited basically every soldier that comes to the store to her birthday.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that she's going to win Miss Macross or whatever. Because we haven't met, any other women except for the bridge crew.
Yeah. And they're not competing. That would be weird.
I would assume that they're not, only because, 1, everyone calls an old lady, and 2, I don't assume that they're going to get off bridge duty ever. So...
Yeah, we don't see any replacement crews. Or it could be that we're only focusing on them when the situation is important.
Yeah, that's the coffee argument. But, I mean, we saw there are other crew when they went... the other half of the coffee argument, when they were in the mess hall, and there's a bunch of
Yeah.
other officers there. We
Yeah.
just never see anybody else replace them. But they're the only other women, right? Who else is there?
Oh, there were the women who were doing the barrier thing with the trackballs.
Sure.
I don't think they're not bridge crew, but they are,
Well, my
members
thing
of
is
the military.
they weren't named. I would
No.
assume that by default, anybody else that can compete against Min-Mei has to be a named character. Now, is it possible they could just introduce new characters and name them next episode? Sure. But I don't think a new character being
Guarantees
introduced is going to win against a character we've known for 7-8 episodes now.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I think my guy is an idiot because they're winning and he's like, you can't win without my orders. Get back here. That is dumb. That is the height of stupidity. The best people I've seen in anime that control fights are the people who take situations, unexpected situations, or unplanned for scenarios and turn them to their advantage. That's Char's bread and butter. Char wins in OG Gundam because he doesn't plan for shit. He sits off on the side and is like, looks like Garma is about to kill himself. I want to kill Garma. This works. I can use this.
Yeah.
So it's.
I mean, he's playing his own. He's playing his own game because his own revenge angle and all that. You know?
Oh yeah, every time though, every single time. It's not a situation Char plans. Char is just lucky as fuck, and he uses every scenario that comes his way to his advantage. If Char was leading the Centrati forces, Char would have won. Char'd be done. Char's first gamble, by the way, is to infiltrate Luna 2 to try and steal the stuff. Char's first mission is literally, let's infiltrate and steal. The thing they're trying to do to the Macross this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to compare Gundam to Macross here. I'm just trying to give character type examples. Where my guy here is, I made the joke about our Vegeta stand-in here. The pride of Vegeta, which, with our guy whose hair needs to turn yellow at some point.
Yeah.
Our dude here is just prideful, can't win without his own say-so. And the dude who just rushes off and does stuff like shooting his own men was about to win. It's like, let him win. What does it matter? I mean, maybe it doesn't matter to them. Maybe they have I don't know, maybe they have a galaxy-spanning empire. And for him, winning here means more than anything else. More than it does to our human crew to survive, right? I don't know what those Zentradi are like. So, if they're literally... sorry, I keep forgetting the name of John Travolta as an alien. Was that movie?
Yeah, I think I know what movie you're talking about, which is a horrible movie.
Yeah.
It's in a horrible book, yeah.
I was conquering galaxies before you ever learned to spell your name. That one. Where they come from such a wide, spanning empire that maybe he doesn't even care about the Macross winning or whatever. For him, it's either he wins or nobody wins. In which case, that's just the worst. I hate this guy now. I've tied myself down to a character I think is bad. Maybe I should have waited.
Yeah.
What about you? Any thoughts?
I mean, there's really not much in this episode. A lot of use a lot of very cliches. Everything is being very cliche heavy, which something that Macross doesn't shy away from. So we'll use the cliches and tropes. I shouldn't be complaining about that. But and Hikaru is like, again, Hikaru is like, oh, Minmay, I'm after Minmay, but I don't know how to deal with this. And one of my men is being a gentleman. Instead of being like that, he's like, oh, I should be jealous. And everybody chips Hikaru with Minmay except Minmay. Minmay's like, yeah, no, he's just my friend, and he gave me a medal, and thank you, it's very pretty, and you know.
Well, like I said, I expect there to be like 100 of these Valkyries with like a picture of a pilot and Minmay in them.
Yeah.
Or like I joked before, that Minmay turns around and she's like a Russian admiral now. Just so heavy that magnets are attracted to her.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess if that's it, then that's it. I've been Theta. This has been Lessons. This has been Stone-Faced Reactions with SDF Macross. And we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?